Hi, this is Miss Andrea, and I'm here in Eco Station at the Children's Museum of Houston. And I'm going to be doing a project with you today that is sponsored by the Strike Foundation. And the project I'm going to do with you today has to do with birds. Birds are really, really important, right? They disperse seeds, they eat insects, so there are pest control. Birds are fantastic. But aside from that, birds are really beautiful and interesting creatures. And so usually scientists will use field guides when they're out in the field. When they see a bird, they'll look at the field guide and try to determine what bird that is. There's also lots of apps like Merlin that you can put in information and help you narrow it down based on where you're at, where you live, and if the bird was small or large or medium sized, and the coloring of it. So there's lots of good stuff out there. I saw this great resource at whiteoakbayouassociation.org, and it's a mini zine. And what it is like a mini field guide, and they have really great instructions on how to make one. And they have different ones for different types of animals. So the one I'm going to show you, or different types of birds. The one I'm going to show you today is the Bayou City Birding Zine 1. Herons and egrets. And the reason I picked this one is because they're very visible. They're all over Houston because we're full of bayous, right? And so you'll see a lot of these birds and not really know what their names are or anything about them. Something like this it's very easy, very small, and you can make several of them. Neighborhood birds, hawks. There's all kinds of different ones that they have at the whiteoakbayouassociation.org. So, and they have really good instructions on this, but I'm going to show you how to make one of these today so that you can make one at home for yourself. And that way when you see something, you can just whip it out and try to identify it. Plus there's good information on here about what to do if you find an injured bird. And there's good information on other resources that you can look up stuff. So basically what I did was I downloaded this down from the website, and you have to do it legal size, and you have to do it where it says 2-page, so it'll print on both sides. And it's going to look like this, kind of crazy because it goes like upside down and all the stuff, but you'll see why in a minute. So when it prints, you have a little white border on it. You want to cut that border. It's better if you can do it with a X-Acto knife and a ruler or a paper cutter, but if you don't have that, I did mine with scissors and it came out just fine. So if you do use an X-Acto knife, please have an adult helper. Science is fun, but it can be dangerous. And so you want to make sure you have an adult helper if you're using something that requires scissors or an X-Acto knife. So basically you're just cutting that white border off. And that's what I did on the other 3 sides. And you want to be as careful as you can to try to get right up on the edge of it. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it hot dog style, and you're going to fold it right down the middle. So on the long side, you're going to take it and fold it corner to corner, like this. And then make sure that your corners are good on both sides. I can see mine is a little bit off, so flip it and make sure it's good. And then use your fingernail or scissors or a ruler and get a really nice sharp crease. If you don't have a good crease, you're going to have a problem. Okay, now you got that nice and creased. What you're going to do is open it back up, and you are going to fold it hamburger style, so short side. You're going to take it, and you're going to do the same thing, corner to corner, and then crease it along the side, check both sides, and then use your fingernail again, or scissors or ruler, and get a really nice, sharp edge. So now you have this. You're still hamburger style. You're going to fold in the middle. One more time, hamburger style, corner to corner. All that hamburger talk is making me hungry. Okay, let's see. Again, make sure those creases. It's really important that the creases are very, very sharp. Now fold it the other way, opposite direction. Get a nice fold. So you want to take the side that is not the part that opens up, but the part that's closed, and you're going to cut one of the lines all the way to the middle. Don't go past the middle. Right where the intersection is, you're going to stop. So what you should have is this. Kind of like a little mouth there in the middle. Now, you want to fold it like this, and then push your edges together. And you'll notice that one of these says, it's the front cover. It says Zine number 1. So you want to fold all of these behind that one. That's your whole little field guide. So now when you're out in the field and you see one of these birds, you can flip through and see if you can tell which one it is. And then if you want more information on it, then all you have to do is open it up, read the back, and then just refold it. Remember, it's just like this. That's pretty easy. This doesn't take a lot of space. And the thing I like about it is you can look at these field guides and they're like this thick, or sometimes there's something that's foldable. But the thing I like about the White Oak Bayou Association website is that it's giving you local birds. So these are birds that you're more likely to see in Houston. And if you're really interested in it, the best way to see birds is in your own backyard. And I'll tell you, a year ago, I took one of these. It's just the bottom of a terracotta pot that collects the water. This is like a perfect size, and this worked so well for me. I put it on a pedestal and I put it in my backyard. When you do a bird bath, I did a bird bath for my birds, and I tracked a lot of birds, a lot of different types of birds that I've never seen before. The thing about it is, if you're going to put out a water source for birds, you need to make sure that you're putting out a water source that you clean out constantly, because feathers get in there. Sometimes the birds will defecate in there. Bacteria will start to grow. Slime will start to grow, and so you need to clean it out at least every day or every other day. In the summer, it's probably a good idea to do it every day because the bacteria grows a lot faster in hot water. So mine is really easy. I just take one of these plastic kind of scrub brushes and I just brush it off. Rinse it out real quick and put it back. And the amount of birds that go through there is incredible. And sometimes a bunch of them will come at once. And it takes a little while to establish. You put your container out there, the birds might not come right away because they haven't recognized it as a reliable water source. So you want to make sure that you have a reliable water source. Also, you don't want to put it anywhere close to where cats might be able to hide and pounce on them. That's why I have mine further up. If you put yours on the ground, make sure that you're putting it far away from any bushes on the ground. And it's good to put it close to a fence so that the birds have somewhere, or shrubbery, so the birds have somewhere to escape to if an animal does come. So I hope that you do this. If you fill it, you want to make sure that this is not very deep. Birds can drown in containers that are too deep. So this one I wouldn't fill all the way to the top. And sometimes you can put some pebbles in there so that they can stand on if it's a little deep. And you'll also get a lot of bees. So I hope that you're able to do a bird bath. I hope that you download some of these bird zines and that you make some, because if you're really interested in it, you could become an ornithologist. And that's a scientist that studies birds. Can you imagine getting paid to do something that you really like? I hope that you start off here and maybe you can make a career out of it. I would love to be an ornithologist. This is Miss Andrea signing out. Bye.